Alright, this is Sideshow. Turns out Rhino has some pathetic security measures on his YouTube channel, so I decided to hijack it and show you some ultralight backpacking tips that you can put into your bug out kit. The main thing I want to start this video with is that there are items that weigh 0 for your pack. That's every item that you do not bring. Okay? A lot of people get carried away with what ifs and how much they really need to bring. If you're trying to lighten up your survival bag or your EDC bag, you really need to take a look at some of the items that you really don't need or you're bringing too much of. This is what I call my Ditty Bag. This is everything that's not really part of my equipment, but everything that you kind of need to be comfortable out in the wilderness or be safe. So I have a Ziploc bag here that's waterproof, a freezer-sized gallon bag. And inside is a whole bunch of little smaller Ziploc bags, each with a particular function. This is my first aid kit, just a simple bag that contains some gauze, bandages, band-aids, and most importantly, super glue. Super glue is basically developed in Vietnam by the army to glue sutures together. It's basically if you have a wound, you clean it out and dab a super glue to cover it up. I have some sterile gauze, some gloves, band-aids, ibuprofen, a small, tiny syringe. Oh, this is one of my favorite items for a backpacking trip. This is called Leuco tape. This particular tape that's excellent for wrapping high-prone blister areas. If you start feeling a little bit of heat on one of your feet, wrap some Leuco tape on it. So that's what I have in my first aid bag. I also have a small repair kit or little items like my backup. These are Catadine Micro Purification tablets. I'll have, for me, I know this isn't really, I'll get some people that say this is too little of a knife, but this is my particular knife that I take with me. It's a Leatherman style. It's all I've ever needed. It has a tiny blade. It has scissors that you can use to cut fingernails or threads off your equipment. And really importantly, it also has some tweezers to get ticks off you. Again, that's all I've ever needed. I have a spare AAA battery for my flashlight. Oh, I have a tiny roll. This is a cut tube from a pin, and I don't use duct tape. I use Tyvek tape. They have the Tyvek house wrap. Well, they tape that with Tyvek tape, very light, and this will also stick to sil nylon for your shelters. Tiny sewing kit, and a spare bottle cap just in case I lose it. This is my fire kit. All I have is a mini-sized Bic lighter. I've also taken a zip tie and zipped it around underneath the igniter, under the pump, so it won't be accidentally compressed inside my pack and leak out. My favorite way to start a fire is with Vaseline impregnated cotton balls. You fluff it up, it'll take a spark, and it'll burn for about a minute and a half at least. So if you have some damp twigs, it'll ignite those twigs. But again, I have a very small amount. This is a tiny little artist's, like for finger paint. That's all. That's why I carry a lot of my stuff in, and then some waterproof matches. I think hygiene is important out in the wilderness. I take a small thing of pre-cut floss and a toothbrush that's cut down for weight. I have 100 feet of Spectra cord. Spectra is very lightweight and strong. This has a polyester sheet. This is from Lawson Equipment. I use 100 feet for a bear bag. That's a whole nother video though. This is my flashlight. It's a Streamlight Micro Stream. Only takes one AAA battery. This is all I needed for around camp and even hiking on the trails. What I like about this one is I can clip it onto my pants. But even more importantly, instead of the weight of a headband, it has a backwards clip, so I can even clip it. Oop, I can even clip it to my hat like that and turn it on. Now I have a headlamp. My favorite form of water purification is Aqua Mira. Again, I decant everything into smaller containers. I only take what I need. So you mix several drops from A and then several drops into B into a smaller container, and I'll have all of the mix I need for the day. And if you didn't know, Aqua Mira is a form of chlorine that dissolves quickly with no aftertaste. I have a small Ditty Bag of extra pills that I like to take, like Benadryl and ibuprofen. Again, marked with a tiny bag. I only take what I need. Spare bit of, this is reflective glow wire from Lawson Equipment. And this is everything else. Decanted into everything. A tiny eyedropper of hand sanitizer, chapstick, a tiny vial of DEET. Best multi-item that you can bring with you is baking soda. I use it for my toothpaste, I use it for deodorant, I use it to deodorize feet if they're getting smelling too bad. Tiny thing of camp soap. I also bring sunscreen and hand lotion. Again, I'm only bringing a tiny amount for what I need. And that is everything I need to be comfortable and safe out in the wilderness. So this is Sideshow. I just need to tell Rhino that he needs to lighten up his gear. His bag is way too heavy. So if you liked me better than Rhino, let me know in the comments below. This is Sideshow with Survival Skills 101. Are you prepared to look forward?